Hi, Shelley here. My video today is on children's nutrition. It just is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart because I believe nutrition needs to be taught just like reading and writing and arithmetic. I truly, truly believe this. I raised a son who is now 25 and nothing makes me feel better as a mother than him as a grown man walking into a kitchen and knowing what to put in his body, to make choices. Whether he chooses to eat well or not eat well, he knows what he's choosing. It's just not a random act of grabbing a carbohydrate and a protein and having no clue of what it's doing to his body and how it's contributing or inhibiting his health. So it was kind of fun working with him as a child, and we had this great experience last weekend of babysitting our surrogate nephews, or adopted nephews I like to call them, and they're 6 and 8, and watching them go through the process of choosing food and unpacking lunches and making breakfast and after school snacks and dinner. And although I love to cook, having set schedules of eating 4 to 6 times a day was certainly had its challenges for variety and everything that you don't think about really as an adult. So one of the things that I find really kind of fun for kids is to get them involved. Like I say, for one thing, it needs to be an education. So if you don't know, how are they going to know? So if you don't know that your children need 2 to 3 servings of fruit and vegetables every day, like solid servings, it should be really closer up to 5. If they don't know the difference between a whole grain and white carbs, if they don't realize that, white flour and rice and pastas and all those things are a lot of them are dead calories, if they don't realize what fruits and vegetables and fiber does for their body, what types of lean proteins are good for them, why a wiener is not a real animal protein, that these are byproducts, that things that come out of packages have chemicals, byproducts, and sugar in them. If they're not understanding why sugar during the day is bad because it causes them to disrupt the class at school and their energy levels are crashing and they're cranky, they need to know. They need to be taught, I believe, from a very young age, why. Why? It's what kids just love to ask. So if every time there's a discussion around food, it's just part of the conversation and it's a teaching from parent to child, then you drip on them long enough in many years, it becomes habit, it becomes knowledge. So something that's sometimes kind of fun for kids is to have their own checklist. And I actually got this little bit of an idea from another girlfriend of mine in Florida who has a son that's a carbohydrate addict, and she has to do the same thing, teach him why he must on his plate have a protein and a vegetable and 1 carbohydrate instead of 3 carbohydrates, which is what he would just eat every day if he had his way. And so he's learned to count. He must count his colors on his plate or the types of food groups, things like that, and he has to be aware of it. He has to know why it's there and that it has to be there before the filler, before the product food, things that comes out of packages, things that are treats. And why Monday to Friday, some of those foods don't get to be in your diet for behavioral reasons and energy reasons and things like that. Because let's face it, we've all heard the research. Sugar has become the crack cocaine of our children's generation. So this is just a white piece of paper, but you could use a whiteboard, that's about this size, with a black indelible marker where you could block it off. Again, Monday to Friday. Honestly, guys, do you eat well 7 days a week and never touch alcohol? Everyone needs their cheat days. Weekends, different. But Monday to Friday for a child is no different than Monday to Friday for an adult. They have to be clear at school. They have to not be disruptive in the classroom. They have to be able to concentrate on their homework. They need energy for their sports. Things like that. They need to grow. We need to know that they are growing healthy and that their teeth are healthy and their eyesight is being supported, things like that. And Monday to Friday are the days that I believe we do that. So doing a whiteboard, the fun part though is go to the dollar store and get stickers of food. Okay? So that there's bright colored stickers in each of the food groups: fruits, vegetables, carbohydrates, protein, dairy, treats. Treats need to be recognized. Treats need to be understood that they are part of life, but they are not a replacement for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They are not really things that are had during the day when you need to be at school concentrating. They're after school when you can run around the neighborhood and wear it off, or on the weekend when I'm having my glass of wine. So in our household, Fridays were no vegetable Fridays. Always. We always watched a movie. It was my night for a glass of wine, and Ryan didn't have to eat vegetables. So if there's fun stickers down one side of your little whiteboard that could go right on your fridge, and you drew a line across, put in Monday to Friday straight down, and had a pen, now this one needs to be wipeable, where the kids check off. In other words, have I had these things today? Because it's really no different than us with our diet, or even when we are dieting. Like for instance, a dieter is very clear on this type of journaling, really is what we would call it, because they don't get all the other extra things until they've eaten what they're supposed to eat. So whether you're eating what you're supposed to eat for health reasons, for medical reasons, like say for instance you're on a very special diet because your cholesterol's high or you have blood sugar issues, you know that these things go into your body, and then there's the little list at the bottom you get to have after. If I haven't had, all my calories, I get a glass of wine type idea. Same thing with kids. They need to understand food, they need to understand why, and they need to be able to own it themselves. So that's my tip for today. And I'm going to do a few more of these on the coming months because it's kind of something that's kind of hit me to my heart. And thanks for letting me share with you today. I hope this helps you with your challenges with children at home. Take care.